the dirt.
500?
Yeah. Good morning. Oh, look at that stuff. That is just glue, right?
It's just glue.
Yeah.
You have to do one layer with glue.
Yeah.
To make the next Chinese glue stick to the rubber.
And the Chinese glue is the good glue, or?
Yeah, that's the good glue. And also we're missing this blue sticky stuff.
Oh, on the inside.
The inside. So you have to shave your leg.
Yeah.
So it can stick to your skin.
Yeah, that's a small sacrifice, I feel.
Yep.
Are you gonna climb today, Olav?
Yes, I'm gonna climb today.
Are you excited to climb today?
Yes, actually.
Let's go.
Real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulder, a heart full of blues out in the dirt, down in the dirt.
Foggy today. Very, very foggy. Okay, so it's Olav's time to climb. We're not completely sure what this is because we don't have a topo. But if you do it, we'll find out afterwards. I'm gonna put up the top rope, and if you feel comfortable enough, I think you should try to lead it. The bolts are pretty close together, and that's pretty unusual for a hard crag like this. I feel like a lot of times the easier routes tend to be really spaced out because they've been bolted by someone who climbs way harder. But this one looks good. Yeah, and if you do it, we'll find out the grade afterwards. We'll just take a picture of it and send it to someone who knows. Yes. All right, let's do this. Come on. So look for the tick marks that I put in. Put some small tick marks. Try to be more accurate with your feet. You didn't even look at the foot placement this time. Like look down to really see that you place them well. Come on. Now you want to go a little bit further to the left. There's the gas down up to the right. Come on, find the right holds. Yeah, a little bit lower. Yeah. Come on. You'll soon have some good holds. Come on. Get your feet up. Get your feet up.
Du må holde det.
Yeah, right hand up to that gas down and then high left foot. Come on, get your left foot up. By using your feet, right, you don't really have to hold as hard as you do. Like you seem to really pull on those handholds.
Finner faen ikke det hullet, ass. Should be hard. Yeah. I got really mad.
You got really mad.
Because it looked so easy and I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Then I get there and I was like, couldn't find anything.
But is it nice though, kind of, even though it's like...
Yeah. Even though I felt like I should have gone it like the first time.
Yeah.
Because it felt so easy, but I just did it all wrong.
Yeah. It looked like you didn't find the holes.
Yeah, that was probably it.
So you think you're ready to try this lead now?
Yeah, a little break and a little water.
Yeah.
I think I'll be...
Yeah.
I'll try.
Cool. This is gonna be the first lead climb outdoor.
Yeah.
It's a big moment.
Big moment. Right.
All right. So how was that? Do you want to try it again some other day?
Yeah. I kind of feel like disappointed because if it's like it's not that hard, and I felt like I could have done it, but
Yeah.
I'm just so inexperienced outside.
Yeah. I think it's nice to see that you get upset because that means you care.
Yeah.
You know. So I think it's a good thing. You're more passionate about it.
Because I've out all the holes, so
I think I'm gonna try La Rubia now. Kind of don't look forward to it. I do look forward to it, but not right now. When I get on the wall, I'll probably appreciate it.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, I think it's time to try La Rubia. I don't feel great, but maybe I'll feel better when I get on the wall. Sometimes it is like that, you know. You don't feel great, and then you get on the wall, and you feel great. And you did feel better. So this was the first try of the day, and I'm gonna skip the whole beginning and just show you guys where I fell. More or less exactly like I fell in the last vlog. And that's why I skipped this part. But I felt a lot better this time, so I was kind of mad at myself for messing it up. It's like on these long routes you can't really have that many tries, but yeah, 2 tries should be okay, so I'm gonna give it one more try. So this was my second try of the day, and even though it was my second try, this crux felt pretty easy this time. It started to get really foggy, as you can see. The rock kind of changed color. It's a little bit more like dark red, and that's because it's more humid, and that's not ideal for climbing, but I decided to try it anyways. Last try of the day, and this crux part here felt pretty okay, but it was really humid, and you can see the picture here is kind of gray, and that's because of all the fog in the air, and it was raining outside, so I was kind of a little bit nervous. I thought that maybe the cliff would get wet and I wouldn't get to try it again, so a part of me thought that this might be the last try on this route, this trip, because I did not know how this route would handle the rain that just started. I'm gonna skip again the whole middle part straight up to the crux, as you can see on the red dot or the orange dot. So this is where I fell on the previous attempts. I do exactly the same pretty much. I haven't changed my beta. The pinch to the left is wet. Normally you use that, it's a little bit better. But since it's wet, I avoid that by using some other holds. And that big move this time felt okay, but again, this part above me here, I didn't really have a great plan for. So I took time here, rested. This is the last clip before the anchors. And this next sequence here is a little bit weird. So I actually got pretty nervous here, because this sequence requires you to put a knee bar. I feel like I've said the word knee bar so many times in these vlogs from Spain. But again, you have to make this like weird knee bar, and you actually have to do a couple of moves off of that knee bar. And yeah, you can see like it's almost raining on me here. The weather all of a sudden just changed, and I got a little bit stressed about that. So yeah, you put this knee bar, and you grab two really bad underclings, and you have to release the knee bar from those two underclings, and you cross up to a side pull and do a pretty reachy move to a jug. And yeah, clipping the anchors, pretty happy about that. So in the last vlog, I showed a little sneak peek of what you could expect in this vlog, and what I showed you guys was actually footage from the same day, so footage from yesterday. So let's rewind to the end of yesterday. So this was yesterday, and I felt exhausted after that one try on La Rubia. I just decided that I should do something else, and I might as well just check out the upper part of Shilam. But even getting up to that upper part takes a long time, and it took me probably like 20 minutes. And right here is where I fell when I tried it from the ground the other day. So you can see these moves are pretty hard. The footage is a little bit shaky because Olav is hanging in the rope, and he's hanging pretty far from where I am, so he has to zoom in, and it's hard to keep the camera very stable. But I'm gonna try to stabilize it a little bit. So you see that big tufa hanging down. Like the moves from the anchor and up to that tufa are pretty hard. You have to grab some pretty bad holds, and the sequence is a little bit complicated there. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this part a little bit faster, but this whole roof traverse thing is probably like 35 meters, yeah, it's really just exhausting, you know. You make a lot of knee bars and stuff, but you're never able to fully recover. So at this point I felt pretty much exhausted. My body was not working, and I felt like dizzy, and my blood sugar was low, and I don't know, now I'm making all excuses, and I hate when people are making excuses, but so I'm not going to turn into one of those like whiny guys. But yeah, I did not feel great, and all the moves felt really hard. I was just hanging everywhere I could, and here I'm pulling the rope. People have been asking me how I do it with the rope, because the rope is only 80 meters, and The easiest way is to pull the rope. I'm doing it off of one draw here, and that's not recommended. You should always have a backup. I did not have a backup because the bolts are pretty spaced out, and I wasn't able to attach myself to 2 bolts. But if I actually were to try the route, this is where I would change ropes. I would connect the long draw to my harness and clip the rope into the other one, and I would pull enough rope for the belayer to be able to reach it from the ground. So he would have to take out his griggery, move out, and connect his griggery again. And that way I would also reduce the rope drag. So that is the way to do it. But again, pretty sketchy because you're only hanging off of 1 bolt, so I don't recommend it to anyone. But yeah, I'm just trying to be honest here, you know. So this section here, you can see it's a little bit easier. This is where you would have to recover on a long climb like this, because what's coming up is not easy at all. But it's just like, it's so confusing because all the different parts kind of look the same. So when I get up there, I'm kind of confused, even though I've been up there before. So I still have to search for the holds and kind of rediscover and find the beta again. And these are some pretty cool angles. So thank you, Olav, for filming this. He had to Jumar a long way to film this, and it's a big help to have him there. I just wish that I actually was trying this route, not only working it, because that would make for some much more interesting footage. But here I'm just trying out all the different knee bars and finding the different rest positions, figuring out where it's good to rest and where you can move more quickly. And right here it starts to get a little bit harder. So here are some semi-hard moves. I bet coming from the ground this is not easy, and I don't think I'm gonna make it look easy now either, because I did not feel that good. Keep in mind, this was yesterday after trying La Rubia, and it was like the end of the day. But that's not really an excuse, because I shouldn't feel this tired. You know, I'd only been trying one route plus warming up a little bit, so I shouldn't feel this tired, but I did. Completely exhausted, trying to figure out what to do here. And this part is tricky. So this is right before the crux, and I was actually surprised when I got here how hard the moves before the crux are. It's not like you get into the crux fresh. You actually have to do some hard moves before the crux, and right here I wasn't able to clip from that position. So yeah, pretty exhausted, as you can see. Probably looks like I'm not enjoying myself too much, but I kind of like the pain and the suffering a little bit. So even though it looks like I'm not enjoying myself, I actually I like the suffering. Just feeling the different underclings here, and I was about to give up. I was about to just say that, okay, just let me down. There's nothing I can do up here. You see, I'm barely clipping that. So right now I'm on the crux. We fixed the hanger, so now there's a hanger on the crux and I could try it on lead. So I tried the crux a couple of times and it felt so hard. I had no chance of doing it, as you can see. And yeah, that was obviously very discouraging. I was hoping that it would feel okay. When I tried it now, I'd been on the wall for probably an hour or an hour and a half. And it was at the end of a long day, so I hope that was the reason.
How tough is this last part?
It's probably like a 7C boulder, and right now I feel like I have no chance of holding on to these moves.
Yeah.
Last time I tried it, it felt not too bad, but after just working my way through this route, I feel like I have no energy left. I think I'm just gonna go down. Work this upper part another day when I feel more fresh. I feel like if I keep pulling on these small pockets, I'm just gonna get injured or something, because I feel like I have no power left. Yeah, let's go down.
tomorrow.
So what we're gonna have to do now?
Maybe some potato tortilla
Potato tortilla.
and some Spanish meatballs
Ooh,
with lamb.
that sounds great.
Some garlic, thyme, and maybe if we can find the Alhambra Especial, though I would prefer it on tap.
Looking for peanut butter.
Maybe we should
Octopus?
make some calamares.
Calamares. Yeah. I'm not a big fan. I think it's like really chewy. But yeah, it's
Tough.
good. Yeah, it's tough.
Aren't you tough, Eric?
Life's tough.
There's no peanut butter. But we'll survive.
Did you enjoy today's episode, Louis?
Yeah, I really enjoyed today's episode.
Well, like you don't have to like everything in life, but if you did like this episode, then don't forget to hit the like button and
You could also subscribe.
Well, thanks for watching, guys, and see you.